Jorin's bumhole. It's me, Bimblin Bloodaxe of the Lonely Mountain. Join me here in my Lord of the Rings online playthrough as I help the Free Peoples banish the shadows of Angmar from Eriador. Sweet. Okay, let's get all these quests. We'll start with Istunin. Fornost, the darkness within.
Make your request with haste.
The fall of Kings Norbury. In my youth, I transcribed an ancient text. Let's make it a bit bigger so I can read it. An ancient text written by the elf Laerdan. Alas that Laerdan is no longer with us, for he left many years ago with Golidir, and no word has returned of them. He was a great lawmaster and had long studied Fornost and Amarthiel. Before its fall, Amarthiel had entered Fornost under a false guise. She appeared as a great smith, offering her skills against the works of the enemy. Her words and counsel were heeded by many. She aided in the crafting of armaments and gear of war. Laerdan believed that before the downfall of the city, Amarthiel wielded a great power to sway the minds of men. 4 of the captains of the city guard were enthralled by Amarthiel and taken into her service. When the Witch King's horde pressed its final assault upon Fornost, these men and their followers overthrew the door wards and opened the gates. One account has been preserved from those who escaped. The ancient text of Laerdan gives the account of the last of the king's rearguard to leave the city. The text claims that the 4 men captive to Amarthiel's will swore an oath to her upon Morgul blades, pledging their unending service, then threw themselves upon the swords. If the raids have returned to fulfill their oath, Halbarad is right to fear. I would ask you to gather companions and seek the raids in the ruins of Fornost, if you can. Recover the hilts of the Morgul blades. I am sure that they would still possess them and guard them fiercely. If the account is true, then the blade hilts bind these raids to Middle-earth, and their destruction may be to bring about an end to their evil. There we go. As you can see, there is a lot of dialogue.
What do you want of me?
So, you have found that old journal. Istuinin arches an eyebrow. It is not customary for those not of rangers to do so, but if you wish to know more about my kindred, you may want to undertake the journey yourself. The first of the settlements mentioned in the book was called Dolindir. Today we call it Esteldin. Return to me after you have found the founding stone of Dolindir, and we will speak further. So that is what all those founding stones were. I think last episode I said this was the craft hall. It isn't. I will show you the craft hall, because we want to get all the quests that we can from here. So that is the craft hall. So it's very similar. It's just further back. He's just come out of there. That's the craft hall. So we've got Nethor here. I think she is just champion.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Yes, she's for I think she's for champions specifically. I think. It is good to see you, Bimblin. The warfare's no better, and the strength of the enemy seems to ever increase despite our efforts and sacrifices. With one such as you at our side, we would push the matter towards the heart of the enemy's seat of power in Kharn Dûm. If you could summon the courage, I would have you strike at the large orc encampments around the putrid swamps of Melenhad in the southern Angmar. There you will find orcs who have fought long in their campaigns in the distant east. These foes have a deadly experience upon the battlefield, and their loss will wound the strength of Angmar. Claim the campaign medallions as that they hold and return them to me. Right, we won't be doing this for a bit. We won't be up in Angmar for a while. But we may as well pick it up while we're here. This guy's got all the
Greetings.
reputation stuff. But we're not. We'll have a look with a kindred, see if there's anything we're interested in. Right, and I'll quickly show you the crafting place. This is the crafting place. Now, this is important in that there are certain guilds in here. So if you become an expert in jewellery, woodworking, or tailoring, you'll get sent here because there will be quests for you in those particular guilds. Yep, you can sort of join the guild. The two that we can join are metalsmithing, and I think that's Rivendell. So we'll get there eventually. And the other one is, what's the other one? I think I might even have the quest for it, crafting. And the other's a scholars guild. And I think that's Rivendell as well. So ours are in Rivendell, pretty much. But yes, if you go in the crafting hall and you're any of those, jeweler, woodworker, or tailor, that's where they are. I don't think there are any more quests here. So let's just get on the old horse, because there are plenty over yonder. So we picked up Estunians. There's another one in here. Arathea.
Would you do something for me?
Have you heard of the Wardens of Anuminus? They're a branch of our order who guard the ancient tombs and ruins which mark the long-ago abandoned capital of Arnor. News has come to me that they stand hard-pressed, as bandits and refugees from the North Downs have begun to loot the old tombs in increasing numbers, and darker rumours of the presence of Angmarin agents who seek entrance to the ancient city itself. So we'll accept this, but that is an even dim quest, which we will get to at a later time. We'll pick these up. Again, these are like these are quests that you can do. You know, you can repeat them. We'll do them once just to show you what they are. So we've got a recovery order. The orcs in the ravaged lands of Doldinan have become bold, pillaging much further north where they hold no lands. Whoever is bold enough to bring the battle back to their camps and recover the helms of their victims shall be rewarded. The orcs of the ravaged lands are not to be counted lightly. The kindred of rangers are stretched thin across the North Downs and beyond on missions of great import and are unable to deal with this threat. Right, set that. We've got a hunting order for spiders. Many vile spiders dwell in the southeastern Kingsfell, near the mountain, and have long been a threat and plague to Esteldin. The kindred of rangers are stretched thin across the North Downs and beyond on missions of great import and are unable to deal with this threat. Any who slay spiders in the southeastern Kingsfell shall be rewarded. We've got a hunting order for wargs. Wargs, the hounds of the enemy, prowl the foothills and eastern plains of Nan Amlug and Runenland, threatening the inhabitants and travellers alike. Any who could slay a goodly number of them and may frighten the wargs enough to cease their hunts for the flesh of men. The kindred of rangers are stretched thin, blah blah blah, we've heard that before. And finally, a hunting order for orcs. Orcs have begun to increase in number and move northwards, becoming a terrible threat to the peoples of Eriador. Any who could make forays against their camps around the lakes in the southern plains will discourage these foes from spreading further. The kindred of rangers are stretched thin, blah 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 blah. So again, repeatable quest, we'll only do it once. But it's good for getting reputation. So if you want reputation with the rangers of Esteldin, you can do that to your heart's content. Right, who else? Farif.
Stay a moment.
The hobbits in Oakbarton have a market every year at the North Cotton Farm. By now, word has usually spread to us of the event, and many will change their trip to Evendim to be sure to catch it. We have not yet heard anything from the small folk, and I am beginning to worry something is the matter or may have happened. Oakbarton is to the west of here on the southern border with the Shire. Once you get there, speak with the bounder in charge of the town. So, yeah, we've done this once already, but it's another quest that's taking us towards Evendim. Remember, we spoke to Nodgardener. I think there was a Lonelands quest that took us up there. Right, and we've got this guy.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Got Warg Slayer. We've had reports that wargs are moving into the area around Esteldin. While we are not yet prepared to move against the enemy in the North Downs, we can't have these foul beasts spying on us here. We need you to hunt these creatures down and slay them. It should not be difficult to find the wargs, for they prowl to the west and the south, hunting those of us who dare oppose Angmar. If they learn the whereabouts of Esteldin, the orcs will be able to sweep down upon us, and our line will be ended. You must hurry before they find us. We'll do that for you, Daggeras. I think there's another one over here. Yes. Holger Tanner.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Spider gems. Oh, stranger, perhaps you will hear my sad story. I was a member of a group of merchants who were crossing the North Downs when we encountered a party of marauding orcs. We fled from them, but did not escape tragedy. We encamped not far south of here, in a place I later learned was called the Snares, and with good reason. As we slept, our camp was raided by spiders. Only I escaped and was rescued by these rangers. So we've got to collect the gem pouch. And is there anybody else? Yes. Is it the armorsmith? Yes. Gone drank. All manner of folk have taken to trading in these days. It used to be that an honest trader could sell their goods without having to worry about others coming through these parts. I request
Stay
the
a
Earth
moment.
King. Your efforts are well known amongst all here in Esteldin, Bimblin. I am hopeful that you will assist me with a small task. Long ago, when I journeyed abroad, I taught a Seiko, the chieftain of the Earthkin, in the Westron letters. In return, he offered to write me a book describing their leatherworking methods. I need this book to fulfill a promise I made to a man in Trestlebridge as I came north from Rivendell in the guise of a common leatherworker. I promised to make for his people armour suitable for use against the orcs. Will you go to Asiko and ask for the book? The Earthkin are encamped northeast of here. Just skirt the hills northward from the eastern entrance of Esteldine. We will do that, and there is still another quest somewhere. No, it's not him.
Greetings, friend. How
not
may I
him.
be of help?
Oh, Founding Stone. This old monument is well kept and is free of dirt and vines. Upon its face is an inscription. Here once stood the town and founding stone of Dolindir, in the kingdom of Arthedain, which has passed. In this place was established the refuge of Isteldine by Arasweel, son of Arahad, that these lands might never stand unwatched. So we've done that. Go back to Istuinin, and we'll be able to get the rest of these founder stones. And in fact, I've had an idea, but we'll just do this. Runes of
Silently
Arthedain.
now. Darkness approaches.
Ah, I see you have chosen to begin the journey. Very well then. The book speaks of 5 towns which were Henothrun, south of Fornost, Duintham, astride an ancient stream, Carnaglin in the northern hills, Ost Ardulin in the late lands, and Dolindir, now called Esteldin. You have seen the founding stone of Dolindir, now seek you the other 4. Now, what they've done is they're now called different names, which is why we're not recognising those names, because the rangers use Elvish. So, but we've already seen the founding stone, so we've got a good idea where they are. Just gonna have a look. What we can do, I think we've got to speak to Mincham. And if you remember Mincham, he is just south of Fornost. So what we're going to do is we're going to see him. In fact, we'll go to Amon Wraith on the horse because that's quicker.
What can I do for you?
We'll see him, and then we'll be able to pick up a few of these founding stones because they're sort of behind us now. So we'll do some of those quests to again get us back to Esteldin so we can concentrate on Esteldin. So I'm on Wraith, and off we go. And I'll see you there by the magic of editing in a second or so. I'm back. I've just had a thought. So I've stopped. Nowhere near Ammon Wraith at the moment. But what I want to do is I've realised we've got those... we've got spiders to kill. We've got the spider gems to find. And we've got to find the herbs, the final meadow sweet herbs for Orthon. And it'll be quicker if we gather all those first and then go to Mincham. Because I want to turn these in with Orthon as we make our way back to Esteldin. And it's just down here where the spiders live. So it's not going to be too far. Sort that out. There's also another thing I want to show you as well that I didn't know about. I've known about for years. And I noticed the other day. So I'll show you that. It's nothing major, but something I'd never noticed before. So I'll show you. But first, let's get on with killing some spiders and whatnot. Have I gone past it? Yes, I have gone past it. It's in here, I think. Oh, there's some meadow sweet. We'll pick that up while we're here. Yes, see the like some webs and stuff there. So this is the snares. So we'll go in here. We'll try and find those spider gems and kill a load of spiders. In fact, they're beginning to show up now, so let's get stuck in. Oh, get another quest. The spiders of the snares in Kingsfell have covered this little valley in sticky webs, creating a dangerous potential trap for anyone unlucky enough to stumble into this place. It would be unwise to linger here any longer than necessary. You should defeat a number of spiders as quickly as you can. Certainly attempt that. Ooh, Spider Queen. A monstrous breed of spider has built a nest south of Esteldin, threatening the security of the outpost inhabitants. You should defeat the queen. We will. We can find her. First, we've got to crack on killing spiders, because we're on a timer. Should be alright, as long as nobody else is killing the spiders at the same time. There's plenty of meadow sweet, we'll pick that up in a minute. Just got to concentrate on killing the spiders. Perhaps there's some up this hill. Oh, there's the queen. Cool. You've successfully defeated a number of the Kingsfell spiders and the snares, helping to make the area near Esteldin safer and free of the influence of evil. Also defeated the Spider Queen. Awesome! Right, we defeated those 8 spiders. I think it was those that were on the timer. Yeah, I think it was... It's got 9 of 15 there, but I think this 9 of 15 with the... with that task that we got in Esteldin, you know, on the wall poster. So we can take our time a bit now. I don't think we're on the timer anymore. Found the gem pouch. This is our last meadow sweet. Great. So just got to kill a few more spiders, but as I recall, there were plenty out here. Oh, there's some wargs as well. We might be able to kill some wargs while we're here. They were a bit further up the hill, weren't we? Once we do these, then we'll get to Mincham. Yeah. I thought I saw some. Yeah, there's one. I need 7 more of them. There's another one. Seems to be plenty here once you can see them moving about. Oh, sorry, Mr. Rabbit. I didn't mean to kill the warg. Yeah, that's right. Don't you move. Ooh, got a deed come up as well. So completed warg slayer. And now a warg foe. How many wargs have we got to slay? 120. That's a few. Another spider. Only need 2 more of those. Four more wargs. There's another one up the hill. And another spider. Need 1 more of them. And there he is. There we go. You have assisted the Rangers of Estaldin in their daily vigilance, maintaining the lands of the North Downs are free from enemy control. So that's one you can do as many times as you like, along with this warg one that we're doing at the moment. Just let's see if we can find a few more wargs. It's the Spider Queen again. Right, I'll get on my horse. I think we'll pass a few spiders on, a few wargs on the way. On the way down. Seems to be a few round here. There's one. We just need 2 more. It's a spider. Another spider. Ah, there's one. You got a mate? Yes, of course you have. Right, that's that done. Pick up some yew branches, because why not? Up we go. In fact, I think you can see it from here. There's the... No, you can't. Fortunately not, we're not near enough. This is the way into Estaldin here. Yeah? But what I've missed for years is that if you actually go up this hill, there's a skirmish camp on top of the hill. I'd never seen it before. So, There you are. Skirmish camp I never knew was there. Right. Gonna go to Mincham now. So, I'll see you in a bit. I'll try again. And here we are at Mincham's camp. So, speak to him. And he's got a couple of quests for us. Well, first of all, we'll do the, like, epic quest.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
The enemy retaking Fornost of old. Aye, from what I have seen here, I believe it most likely that they have. From this lonely camp I have seen the spectres of the Oathbreakers stir, and fell spirits from Angmar take shape upon the fields. I have also seen orcs spilling out from the gates of Fornost, so yes, the enemy has indeed taken Fornost once more. What cannot be told is the strength of the enemy within the ruined city, and for that I shall need your help.
Would you stay a moment and learn of my troubles?
I cannot tell you the strength of the forces of Angmar within Fornost, for I did not see them approach. The orcs and wargs that guard the gates must have entered Fornost from the north. I fear that the only way to know the true strength of the enemy within Fornost is to test the defences erected at its gates by the orcs. I would do this by myself, but I'm a ranger and we never do anything like that, and we count on people like you coming along and doing our dirty work for us. He's got an old injury. Okay, Mitchum. Got your knee. It's your knee, innit? If you are willing, go to the Norbury gates, north of here, and slay what orcs and wargs you can find. After you have done so, bring me a report of what you find. Yeah, I'll do that for you, mate. Right, he's got another quest, the Oathbreakers.
Will you lend me your ear?
In the days of the war against Angmar 1,000 years ago, a group of the King Arvadui's men forsook his call to arms. Arvadui cursed these men, saying they should know no rest until they fulfilled their duty. To this day they have walked the fields of Fornost, tormented by their failings. The time has come for these shades to be free at last. Assemble your allies and seek out the Oathbreaker captain. He can be found beneath the very walls of Fornost, northeast of here by some old broken ruins of Arthurdine. Beware though, his was a fell fate, and he may not be friendly to those who remind him of his forsworn oaths. I bet. Right, so we are going to Fornost, but just to, like, the start of it. We're not really going to go inside it till later on. But what it will allow us to do is we should be able to turn in a couple of quests. One, we've got to do this quest for Mincham anyway. We can do this Oathbreaker quest. We can also do the quest that Colbert the Mad gave us. So we can find that little camp of grave robbers that's up there. And I think this iron collar thing, you know, that I picked up on a skirmish, I think we may be able to turn that in somewhere. So we'll go up there, we'll find that, we'll do the two quests for Mincham, we'll see where we're up to. I might just pick up the Fornost quests, even though we're not going to do them yet, and call it a day there. But we'll see. We'll see where we're up to, and how I'm feeling. So there's Fornost. Pretty imposing, isn't it? And there's, as you can see, either side of the gates here, there are like orc camps, and those are the ones that Mincham means. We don't actually have to go right the way into Fornost, but excuse me, I just had another sneezing fit. So you possibly miss me killing one of them orcs, because I'm going to have to edit that out. That's right, you do all the howling you want, while I fill you full of arrows, chum. Let's kill him as well. Yeah, so it's, basically we just kill these guys. And we'll finish off with you. Clears out this particular camp. Oh, there's a warg hiding. Oh, you shouldn't have wagged your tail. Oh, I can't get to him. Can I fire at him? Ah, can't fire at him. Ah, gotcha. And we'll just polish these off up here. They like to stand still, don't they? Alright, by me. Right, so that's the orcs done. And now we just need a couple of wargs. That should be the last one. Okay, that's that done. Oathbreakers, I'll show you where they are. Well, it's just the one guy, just the captain. There's a little road here. You just follow this road down and it takes you to a camp, which isn't the camp I'm looking for. Ignore that. Perhaps we've got to go right through this one. Is it right through here? Yes, it's down there. See, down there. There's like a courtyard down there, and it should have a shade in it, I believe, that we've got to kill. It's like the old captain. Ost Noran. I think this is one of our deeds. Anyway, counts as a ruin of Arthurdine. Yes, here's the Oathbreaker captain. So we just got to kill him. What? Who dares interrupt my ancient vigil? You fool! How dare you remind me of our pathetic oaths to the craven Arthur-Duai? We have sworn new oaths now. We follow Amarthiel, and soon we will sweep aside all of the living fools of the north. Well, I wouldn't bank on that, chum. So you're going to get the truth. Dear. Didn't go very well for you, did it? Right, now we can get on our horse. So we killed him. So I'll show you where this little camp is. Full of grave robbers. Here we go. May as well cut through the orc camp again. It's the quickest way. Through we go. Right, this camp that Colbert the Mad wants us to go to, it is a little tricky to find. Go straight up the greenway here, but don't go up. See the massive stairway with the broken statue at the top? Don't go up there, because that's the actual entrance to Fornost. Just go as far as here, this little stair, then turn left. Carry on to the junction. See, there's a little junction here. Turn left again. So we're heading south now. And it's just in here, the camp. So this is where Colbert the Mad wanted us to come. Discovered the treasure hunter's camp. There's Colbert. Speak with him.
Hello there.
Ah, I knew you'd make it. You're too curious to stay away from much of anything, aren't you? Well, here's our little band. The folks have gathered up in the keep. They're knocking their heads together for some serious plans. I prefer it down here where the sensible folks are, thinking about how to survive. This isn't the most welcoming of places. That's Colbert the Mad done. Let me just see. The Iron Collar. Will Widup we've got to speak to. You can find him. There's Will. So we'll turn this in, the Iron Collar.
What can I do for you?
Ah, this collar is a fell thing, but it is good that you have found it. This is Crithmug's collar, lost for half an age. I gather it has been passed from warg to warg, and you found it by chance. It was once used to bind Crithmug to the service of Angmar. Perhaps it will once again bind him, but this time to his doom.
Would you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Right, we'll pick up all of these quests now. There's quite a few here. We won't do them yet. We'll do them when we do Fornost, but we may as well pick up the quest because we're here. If it is true, and the forces of orcs and Angmarin within Fornost have created a fell wight from the corpse of Crithmog, then we must ferret out the beast and end its existence once more. Fortunately, this old collar may prove the key. It bound the warg once and may do so again. There, I have inscribed an ancient rune I learned in my travels. Take the collar up once more. It will draw the beast to you if you can find the right place to set it down. Okay, he's got another quest. Fornost.
Hello, friend.
Fell the
Could
trolls.
you help me with something?
Have you seen the big old trolls in Fornost? They be fearsome beasts. I took one look at them and ran back here as fast as my legs would carry me. Weren't my proudest moment. You have a look about you as if you'd seen some fair battles. What do you think of a wager? If you can best any of them trolls, I'll offer you a right reward. If you don't, well, you'll get no mockery from me. So we've got to defeat 20 trolls when we go into Fornost.
Can I speak with you a moment?
Maid Thrusk, whoever he's called. Hail, fellow adventurer. I can't tell you how good it is to see a stranger who's real flesh and blood and not of the orc-maid kind. You have found us a humble band of adventurers stranded here in a dark place. We came for treasure and to fight through the fabled paths of Fornost, but found ourselves overwhelmed by the dead right quick. Now we're only trying to survive. We haven't been the same since we set foot in that evil place. So we've got to defeat Shades and Dreadmists. 40 of them. Is there anyone else? Yes, Daisy's got a quest for us.
Might I take a moment of your time?
It is unlikely that the second Uruk General will show his face to us in Fornost. Nevertheless, we must attempt to lure him out and defeat him. Take this armour into Fornost and display it somewhere near the Great Fountain. That may be enough to goad the General into revealing himself. The Great Fountain may not appear as such. It has surely been desecrated by the orcs, so you may want to look for something that appears like an idol to Sauron. The battle will likely be difficult. I would advise you not to even dare entering Fornost without allies. Return to me after you have defeated the Uruk General. And she's not far wrong, it's tough.
Hello,
Archwidow.
friend. Could you help me with something?
Hello there. Perhaps if you are going into Fornost, you could help me. I'm from Trestlebridge, and Nellie and the rest of us are very worried about the forces amassing there, particularly the orcs and goblins. Such a large host is allowed to leave Fornost, Trestlebridge won't stand a chance against it. Perhaps you could go into Fornost and deal a blow to the orcs and goblins. Come back to me when you have completed the task. So, 30 goblins, 30 orcs. Going to be very busy. I think that's that. We've got Emma here. Emma's
Would you do
asleep.
something for me?
It troubles me that so many of the shades remain within Fornost. Are there so many that have not repented of their betrayal? It is hard for me to believe this. Perhaps the will of one of them keeps them here. There is a legend of the Battle of Fornost which tells of a great captain, Ariamol, who led his men forth from the city only to betray his oath and lead them instead against King Arvaduhai in favour of Angmar. Perhaps you should seek Ryamal and bring him word of his pardon. I do not know whether he remains unwittingly or willingly, for I cannot know the mind of the dead, but I cannot see why he should choose to suffer so. Alright, we'll do that for Emma. I think we've still got some more down here. Bart, has he got a quest? No, has Elsie got a quest? Elsie has.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Rotworms. I don't care one whit about orcs, goblins, treasure or beasts. It's them worms that keep me up at night. Have you seen the size of them? It's unnatural. They're up north of here, slithering around. You can hear them hissing when all's quiet. So we've got to kill 5 of them. Who's that? Oh, I think that's Bart. Bart's not so well. Gareth? No, he hasn't got a quest. These 2 guys have. Red Old
Might as well
Pots.
take a moment of your time.
Eliminating the beasts. Surely you've seen the corrupted, miserable beasts that roam here. It is the long influence of Fornost's corruption, I think, that hurts them so. It would be a mercy to put them down, for it is no life to graze in these lands. That's defeating bears, boars, and orcs. They're sort of just outside of here. You don't actually have to go into Fornost itself to kill them. I mean, we are in Fornost at the moment, but you know what I mean. You don't have to go into the main part, which is up there. Right, who's the other guy? Earl Fisher.
Would you do something for me?
Ending the Elder. Elsie hates all them worms, but I tell you, Garjapan is the worst. We heard the orcs one night as they whispered, scared to come too close they were. They didn't want Garjapan to eat them. I ain't seen the great worm, but you must be fearsome to scare those orcs. Okay, so we'll kill him as well. Now, I think that is all of the quests in here. Right, we'll make our way back to Mincham. You know the way. So I'll cut this out by editing. And I'll see you in a moment. Back with Mincham while we turn these quests in. Oh, okay. I've just stopped here because a quest has become available called Blood Eye's Pack. Let's have a look. Blood Eye, a shadow beast of Fornost, roams near with his pack of snarling bar guests. You should drive off the deadly Blood Eye. We'll do that. He can't be far away if it's flicked up. Follow the quest. Well, we've got an out. There he is. So there we go. We've done that. You have defeated the evil Blood Eye, silencing the chilling howls that haunt the southern fields of Fornost. Okay. Right. So that was just between Fornost gates and Mincham's camp. You can just see it up there. Alright. So I'll see you back at Mincham's camp in a minute. And here we are at Mincham's camp. Let's report in.
I'm sorry.
The
Did you
gates of
need something?
Fornost. You are truly stout of heart to face such beasts. You have my gratitude, Bimblin. I only wish I could have done this myself, instead of sending you in my stead. Yeah, right. But time and injury prevent me from wielding a sword, let alone drawing a bow. From what you tell me, Angmar did not merely send a token force to Fornost. Nay, it appears they sent an army. Fornost has fallen once more to Angmar.
Will you lend me your ear?
Fallen once more. Quick now, you must return to Halbrand in Esteldin and tell him what you have learned here. Angmar has taken Fornost once more. From such a fortified spot, Angmar could dominate all of the north, but there are even worse things to worry about. Tales of a great evil which inhabits the collapsed and ruined halls of Fornost. This evil could be called to serve Angmar. Go to Esteldin and tell Halbrand all that you have learned here. Will do. And got the Oathbreaker's quest.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
Alas, I regret sending you on this foolhardy task. I had expected the Shade to be of an ill mind, but not to go so far as to attack you. It seems that the Oathbreakers now serve the enemy in thought and deed. Amarthiel. It seems I have heard that name before. I should not speak of such things now, but these are indeed dark tidings that you bring. So we finish that. Okay, so we shall leave it here, I think. we're going to head back towards Esteldin. At Minas Vrun, that has a founding stone, as does Osligaris, where Orthon is. We've got to turn some quests in with him. So that's another of the founding stones. And I think the last founding stone is down near Malunin, you know, the little elven place. There is a founding stone near there where all the orcs are hanging out. But that will be next episode. But for now, that is it from Bimblin Bloodaxe, Blade of Renown. I hope to see you next time, but until then, this is me, Cat Weasel, saying toodaloo. And he's got to dismount, hasn't he? If he's going to flip you off. Whee! See you next time.